Welcome back to State of Decay 2 and the Commune. It's been a while since I've played, so long actually that I've fallen way behind on my bounties. I'm still working on October's bounties, and now November's bounties have just dropped. So I'm gonna take some time here. I could be completing my trader my trader boon, but nope, I'm just gonna poke around here and try to get some bounties done. The problem is, I've already killed all the plague hearts in this area, and I need to kill 5 plague zombies in close combat, which means probably the only plague zombies I could easily find to kill that way. Holy crap. Are screamers. Okay, I knew that screamer was by a horde. I didn't know it was a horde of ferals. Hey there, Zedric. Okay, my intent was actually to use this pistol primarily, so let's see. Okay, it looks like the screamer never actually noticed me while I was shooting his friends, so I might be able to sneak up on him. If I can remember what button is the close combat kill. It's that one. Okay, well, we didn't get to see that animation because too much collision nearby, but whatever. We got a couple bloaters around here, too. Unfortunately, can't really kill those guys in melee. Fungus Spade says, you reacted way better than me to those ferals. Well, so, actually, the one thing I wasn't sure of at the time was whether or not I had... Nope, I don't have aim snap. I've got ridiculous assault kick. So, assault kick is just absolute silliness. But, oh, another feral. Definitely not a good replacement for, aim snap. Now I've got to remember that I have assault kick and not aim snap, so that I don't accidentally try to assault kick a feral, because I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, there was a feral around here somewhere. It's kind of straight ahead of me. There he is. Hi. Oh! Well, that's what happens when you miss. Dang it. Dang it! Alright. Yeah, you just need to give them a little bit of running room, and then you can take them out pretty easily. It's when they're really close to you that there's a serious problem. Hey there, awesome Twitch dude. I just went back to Utah for a little while to visit some family, so that's why I haven't been streaming for the past little while. But I'm back. And I'm looking for that screamer in particular, because I'm trying to get through my old bounties so that I can start clearing out the Go Bag pack, which just released this month being November of 2022. I just noticed a tweet from my own studio that was reminding people that the Go Bag pack is out. And I was like, oh crap, I haven't even finished the previous one, the Fearsome Footage pack. Ooh, hey, there's some more screamers over there. What Juggernaut? Oh, hi. Okay, so the Juggernaut is to the right. Let's try not to get his attention. If I can just, like, stealth kill one more Screamer and then melee kill another Screamer, I'll have all the bounties up on my screen done. I can head back to the bounty broker and figure out something new to do. Awesome Twitch Dude wants to know if I've checked out Modern Warfare 2 yet. So I've got it downloaded. Theoretically, I could start playing the campaign anytime. I just haven't had time. I've had a lot going on lately. Hopefully they won't alert each other until I've gotten at least... Ah, crap! Ah, crap! Stop! Nope, that's not how that's supposed to go. There. Like this. Okay. One bounty down, and now everybody's here. Alright, well... Oh, stop it! Hey, I thought I got away. Dang it. Okay, let's, my character's tired. Oh, you see that? There was an assault kick. The only time anyone ever uses an assault kick is by accident, like I just did. Alright, let's see if I can lose these zombies that just aggroed on me and circle back around and get that Screamer again. Of course, I don't know if that Screamer would have brought the Juggernaut in. Okay. looks like they don't know where I am. So if I circle around like this, I might be able to get close to that screamer without bringing in all of his friends. But yeah, so I am really eager to try out Modern Warfare 2 when it comes to multiplayer, just because that's usually the part of Call of Duty I'm most excited about. Though I did just, on this stream, complete the campaign of the previous game so I would know where the story was. So, you know what, I'm just going to do this number. So it would be silly if I never played the campaign of the sequel, right? I put all that effort in. I should play the campaign. I just literally haven't had time. Kill another screamer? Whatever. I'm getting out. No! Stop it! I even started dodging, you butt. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, this character's tired, but all I really want to do with him right now is go swap out his bounties. Assault kick! Oh, useless! The most useless thing in the game. Alright. Anyway, we'll head over to our car. We'll head down to the bounty broker. Swap out these bounties and then see what we want to do next. Hey there, Cash. We'll head north. So, Brady has a question. Go ahead and ask me your question, Brady. Oh, crap, bloaters. Go ahead and ask me your question, Brady. Oh, wow. Airy Twitch just noticed that they're at, I assume when you say you're at 39.9K, you're talking about channel points? So you can, like, make me play a game and stuff like that? I'm looking forward to seeing what you recommend. I'm actually behind on a couple of requests. I need to go back and catch up. Today is State of Decay 2 day, so, I'm going to chill a little bit today. But I think maybe tomorrow's stream I'll probably play a request or two. I honestly can't remember what people queued up for me. I think Ranithcord might have asked me to play something. Or maybe I've got something new from the Coalition. I'm not certain. But in any case, yeah, look forward to people's recommendations. Also, this is just video game release season. I have got so many games stacked up right now, icons on my desktop from Steam, games that I want to check out. And I don't even know when I'm going to get to them all. I might have to, like, take some time off from work just to stream. Just to sort of make some headway on this backlog. One of the reasons I originally started streaming was to make... I've passed cash, haven't I? Was to make progress on my Steam backlog. I just had so many games that I had bought but never played. I felt like I had this obligation to motivate myself somehow, and so I started my stream in part to give myself a reason. Ooh, here's a fancy place. To give myself a reason to play games I'd never tried. But eventually, I got through that entire backlog, and I started needing to pick up new games to fuel it. Ah! Yes, she needed 3 bullets. She was special. So yeah, occasionally I start getting backlogs again when a bunch of games that are interesting just are all released around the same time. Oh, energy drinks, really? Are all released around the same time. What happened here? And then I don't have time to play them all on my lunch breaks. Brady asks, what happens if you lost all your saved files? Because that happened to me. Oh, so, okay, what you should definitely do first is go to support.stateofdecay.com. That has happened to people before. There's various ways that, things could go wrong that could cause any game to lose its save files. And so if that happens to you, definitely contact support, because we've got a full-time guy, Rohan, who has dealt with a lot of problems like this before. And if there is some way to salvage your saves, he probably knows about it. So definitely check with him. And if he knows of some magical way that you can actually get your saves back, that will be amazing. And you'll be so glad you contacted him. If he doesn't know a way to do it, then they are probably gone. And I am really sorry about that if that's the case. Yes, so Ranithcore just posted a link in the chat to the support site, so If you don't want to try to like memorize that, you can go and click Ranithcord's link. Thank you, Ranithcord. And by the way, hello, Ranithcord. I haven't talked to you in a while because I've been on vacation. Oh, hey, I like your suit, Cash. I don't feel like I see this one as often. Let's talk about bounties. So I've completed this one, and this one, and this one. So, usually I try to complete an older bounty pack before I jump into a new one. Killing 2 Plague Hearts is not happening on this map. Yep, that's not happening. Crafting first aid kits, not that... my guys are kind of low on resources. I should do that with a different community. Zombies with fire and 6 juggernauts. Right, okay. You know what? I should do a Salt of the Earth episode and have them clear out some of these ones that are just going to be impossible for everyone else. Killing 6 zombies with fire, though. That feels like a thing I could do. And then let's look at the Go Bag pack. So scavenging meds, crafting cures. I can probably craft some cures. Kill Plague Zeds with vehicles. Again, there's not that many Plague Zeds on this map right now. Zombies with assault weapons. That's pretty doable. Scavenging ammo. Crafting toolkits. Exploding zombies. Using gas cans. Again, destroying 3 Plague Hearts in melee. Okay, this is suggesting some episodes. There should be one where I'm just going after Plague Hearts with melee weapons, with close combat weapons, and just getting credit for like 3 different bounties all at the same time. Ferals with crossbows. That does sound fascinating. There's a bunch of crafting stuff. I think I need to spend some time with Salt of the Earth. They're going to be better at most of these things than I am. With this community, with the Commune. So yeah, so I think, for now, let's grab zombies with assault weapons, and then let's grab gas cans because I'm gonna need to refuel the car anyway. And let's spend a little bit of time doing some, making some progress in these bounties with the Commune, but then I'll have to go either back home or let's go over here, scavenge a little bit, and pick up some gas. But yeah, I think I should do some Salt of the Earth episodes and just, like, blast through some of these things that are much easier to do. So the reason Salt of the Earth, my Salt of the Earth community is better for those kinds of things is, number one, I've been playing for them for a long time in green maps where they've been scavenging like crazy. They've got tons and tons and tons of supplies. So that's one reason why playing them is a good idea. Another one is they're at a lower difficulty, so I'm less afraid of juggernauts. And I've got lots and lots of bullets to fight them with. And so, things like that. And then I think that I actually did fairly recently move them to a new map. So I think they've actually got Plague Hearts and Plague Zombies lying around. So Awesome Twitch Dude asks if there were problems with the infestation updates. It's been in the PTR for a while. To find problems, it just takes a long time. It's one of those things where, like, you don't actually know how long we spend on, trying to fine-tune some of these features prior to release. It's actually, pretty normal to need to spend, like, for a big, complicated system that really mostly comes into play as you are, playing a game long-term. Some of those things take a really long time to work on. But it's invisible to you before release because we spend all of that time, before the game is even out, doing a lot of that work. But if you, let's see, I should replenish my ammo here. But because we sort of like announced this and we've sort of been working on it kind of publicly for a little while, it feels like it's just taking forever. But we also know we spent some time on other things. We did the Forever Communities update. We did other stuff along the same lines. So, there's certain things that they just intrinsically take time, like taking a, oh wait, I was going to get some gas cans. Taking a big, complicated feature all the way to completion with all of the testing you have to do, all the, refinement, that sort of thing. That could take just, what am I doing? I'm in the wrong place. That can just intrinsically take a really long time. And then, because it was a small team doing multiple things at once, that kind of stretches it out. But it's you shouldn't take it like there's some kind of, like, problem with the feature or something. It's just, things take time to get right. I mean, if you call, you know, it not being right yet, if you call that a problem, then sure, that's the problem. It's not ready yet. So, but it's a normal kind of not ready. It's not a special kind of not ready. Okay, so I've got 7 fuel. I just wanted to make a few extra gas cans, so I guess I don't have a reason to use them right now. Did I actually bring one with me? Yes, I did. Okay, so yeah, let's refuel this. We'll get one little bit of credit towards our bounty. So Space Case Mofo, I don't actually know. It seems like you're referencing something when you talk about our wrench blade maybe being something to do with NBC. I don't know what you're talking about. So if that was a clever reference, it was a reference made by somebody else that I don't get. Okay, it's saying that there is... Ah, there it is. I didn't see this desk, so I was like, where is this missing container? More notes! Because that's what I needed, notes. You know what? No, we're not taking these notes home. We don't care about these notes. We're dropping the notes. Where are we going to go? Okay, substation. There aren't actually a lot of places around here to scavenge. I thought there was going to be more. Oh, wait, right here. Oh, yeah, of course. There's a swine and bovine. Let's go swine and bovine. Grab a few things. Oh, Space Case says apparently there was a Scrubs knife wrench for kids. I have no idea if that was meant to be a reference to that or if there genuinely is a thing called a wrench blade that folks were imitating or just that somebody made up off the top of their head. I wasn't particularly involved in that weapon. Hey, it looks like I found some magic ammo. That's nice. Let's go to another couple of small sites around here. My character's just almost completely exhausted. That's so funny. I loved Scrubs. I'm surprised that I don't remember that. If two people in my chat remember that, it feels like it must be important. But oh. I'm just here to get some bounty credit. That's it. Okay, see ya. Not at all interested in fighting that Juggernaut. Not even slightly. So this actually... Ahaha! This actually illustrates something. The value of... the role of intrinsic and extrinsic rewards in a game. So when you talk about intrinsic versus extrinsic, intrinsic means if you have an intrinsic reward in the game, that means that the mechanic that you're playing, the thing that you're doing, is just fun for its own sake. It's like, you know, shooting zombies. That has got some intrinsic reward to it, which means that it's just fun to shoot zombies. You like doing it, and so you want to keep doing it, and you don't need a prize. And you notice, I mean, the game gives you very little reward for killing regular zombies. I think if you kill like 40 of them or something, we give you a little pile of influence. But it's like, you know, nobody is grinding zombies to get influence. At least I hope they're not, because it's not a very efficient way to do it. You know, a lot of the times you're just killing zombies because you want to, because they're a threat, because they're in the way of some other reward or whatever, you know. But killing them is just fun. Lining up that headshot. You know, slapping them with your baseball bat, whatever. This stuff is fun. Am I actually going the right direction? It's very easy. Yes. Oh, wow. I actually was. Usually I'm not. So that's, you know, that's one kind of reward. Just the thing is fun. Extrinsic rewards are when you tell someone, if you do this action, we will give you a prize that is separate from the action. And so, like, bounties, for instance, are extrinsic rewards. You know, like, killing a zombie is fun, but killing a zombie for a bounty means that, you know, you'll not only just kill the zombie and enjoy killing the zombie, but you'll get a prize for doing it. And the problem with that is, it is very easy for extrinsic rewards to actually kill the intrinsic fun of something. Like, you notice that Juggernaut, like, I actually fully intend to fight some juggernauts sometime soon. But you notice I avoided that particular one. I didn't have any interest in fighting it because I've got a bounty that I haven't, like, queued up yet, but there is a bounty waiting for me, which is kill 6 juggernauts or something like that. And so because I know there's a bounty out there that I am not prepared to collect right now, it felt like it would be wasteful for me to fight that juggernaut, for me to kill that juggernaut right now. I didn't want to do it because I wanted to do it and get credit for it. And so now if we never added bounties to the game, if there were not any extrinsic rewards for fighting juggernauts, the decision would be really different. It's like, well, do you want to fight this juggernaut or do you not want to fight this juggernaut? But because the extrinsic reward exists, it actually, even though it gives me this extra little burst of, you know, psychological reward when I do it, and the reward is active, if the reward isn't available for some reason, it actually dampens my desire to do that same thing. I start doing it for the reward and not because it's intrinsically fun. And that over time, that can actually hurt your enjoyment of a game, because eventually those extrinsic rewards, they can run out, they can get boring, there's a sort of inflation that goes on where you're like, okay, well, I've already gotten this reward a bunch of times. I don't value it as much as I valued it the first time. And as the value of those extrinsic rewards to you, either the rewards go away altogether because you just ran out of them, or they just become less valuable to you because you've earned them so many times. They've already killed the intrinsic fun, and now the reward has also gone away, and now you don't enjoy that part of the game anymore. And so it's very common. Okay, let's actually wrap this episode up with a zombie attack on our home before we switch to the other community. And so that's something that you have to watch for, because it's something we talked about a lot when I was working in the mobile industry, because the mobile industry is very, very focused on using whatever, like, you know, psychological options they have to get people to keep playing games, to get people to come back and play games again and again and again. And so extrinsic rewards are great for that, because people immediately understand what getting a prize means. You know, and when you're brand new to a game, which is usually the time that you're thinking about the most when you're planning a mobile game, you're like, the first hour or two is the most important part for you. So, you know, you've got a ton of rewards to give people. They're excited about them. And they're really effective up front at making people want to do things. And so you can use them up front, but if that becomes somebody's entire reason for playing your game, and they never actually learn to enjoy the game for its own sake, then as soon as the rewards get less interesting or you run out of them, you just completely lose that player. And I think a lot of the long-term, like, if, you know, again, in the mobile industry, if a lot of what you're thinking about is monetization, if you want to monetize a game, you know, getting somebody excited about a reward early on is a way to get a couple of bucks from them up front. But if you want somebody to really invest in a game long-term, become a long-term player who is continuously supporting you and funding you, you know, continuing to just work on that same game and make it better and better forever, which is kind of the dream when you're a game developer, is you really want to get to support a game long-term. And just have a franchise that just lasts and lasts and keeps entertaining people. Those extrinsic rewards are not going to be enough. They're not going to be enough to hold on to people. You need to have some other reason why they just love your game. And so it's really easy to actually shoot yourself in the foot by relying too heavily on extrinsic rewards and not leaning nearly enough on making sure the game is itself very fun to play. Oh, hey, while I was just talking to the camera, Jedi Cyctrix showed up. Oh, and she can't say long, but she said you also have the over-justification effect happen if there's too much of an extrinsic reward for something that otherwise could have been intrinsically motivating. You got to be careful. Basically, if there's too much of an external reward, even if we like the thing at first, our brain convinces us that we were only doing it for the external reward and not because we like it. Yeah, so that's... And I noticed, like, for instance, I'd gotten really into the challenges, the daily and now the seasonal challenges in Vigor. And I worry about it a little bit, because sometimes, you know, like, how I play the game each day, I'll change it in order to pursue those rewards. but I've noticed that a lot of the things that I like, it's helpful because, like, for instance, if there's a reward, like a couple Vigor episodes ago, there was a reward for using alarm traps, which meant I went out and I used some alarm traps, and I tried to think about where's the best place to put an alarm trap. Why would I, want to use one? And it exposed me to more parts of the game, and it made me think, you know what, maybe I should use alarm traps more often, which is great, except as soon as the reward went away, I stopped using alarm traps altogether until the next time alarm traps come up. And I'm like, and part of that is just like I am a hoarder in video games. Like if I've got, only 279 of something, I don't know if I can afford to use one of them, which is stupid. Because what's the worst case scenario, right? I use all 279 and then I have 0, and then I'm just back to playing the same way I was playing when I was refusing to use those 279. That's not different. It's okay to use them. It's okay. And then, like, part of me in my brain is like, but what if I need it for something? What? What do I need it for? Well, you know what? The one thing I might need it for is if a challenge pops up that says I should use them. And so part of me actually tends to hoard a little bit more because I know there's challenges to use some of these things, and it makes me want to make sure I've got some when the challenge rolls around. It's very complicated. And this is like one of the reasons why, for instance, if you were a billionaire who decided to take over, purchase a social media platform, and suddenly you're coming in with a lot of ideas for how you should change everything, people will look askance at you because making changes to the design of a game or an app or, any kind of like, interactive experience, there's everything is complicated. Brains are complicated. And there's just a lot of, every little thing you do can have a bunch of unintended consequences. You have to really, practice and work on these things a lot in order to get a sense of what those unintended consequences might be and foresee them. And no one is going to foresee them 100%, but you can get better at thinking this way and imagining what people are going to do and predicting what could go wrong so you can hedge against it. And sometimes you see people making decisions where you're like, they are clearly not an expert in this and they are not thinking ahead to what the unintended consequences of their decisions might be. So, yeah, so things like challenges, like I really enjoy chasing the challenges in Vigor. I like the way it forces me to change up my gameplay because otherwise I would probably just be doing the same thing all the time. I would just be like, grabbing my favorite gun that I have a lot of, running out into the world. Actually, before I realized I could pay attention to the challenges, I actually did do that. I would just like, oh, what's my favorite gun today? I would go out and play with it, and it would be kind of fun. And now I'm like motivated by the challenges to try more different things, and so I'm seeing more of the game and I'm exposed to more of the game, and that's cool, right? And I think that bounties do a similar thing in State of Decay 2, where you end up trying things you don't normally try, or even one thing we tried to do with them was use them to like help people discover parts of the game they might not have ever even attempted to discover. And on that level, I think it's good. But it also means, like, that whimsy that I had before I discovered the challenges in Vigor, when I was just grabbing whatever gun sounded neat, I don't do it anymore. I don't play with whimsy anymore. I play for the challenges. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to when I've completed all of the sort of, like, the easy challenges, the challenges that feel like they're within my reach, at least as far as the seasonal challenges go. Because then I think I might actually start playing with a little more whimsy again. Or I might stop playing Vigor. And we'll have to find out which of those I do. I mean, the new Call of Duty multiplayer is going to be out soon anyway. I'll probably switch to that at least for a little while. That'll be an interesting showdown, I guess, between those two games, because Vigor has so thoroughly captured my attention. But Call of Duty always grabs me every single year. So it'll be a duel for the ages. So Real Trevstorm says that they do the exact same thing. I assume, like, just chasing challenges too much and then being affected by it. So Mad Max says, I get the rewards finished in one day. Okay, yeah, so that actually, if you can just power through them, then you don't make them a regular part of your gameplay. That might actually help. Like, the easier they are, the less, like, negative impact they might actually have. At least the easier they are for you as a player. Let's see here. Oh, so Airy Twitch says, if it weren't for the bounties, I would never have discovered that I love shooting off Z arms with a crossbow. Right? Yeah, so like that's That's the positive end of those. Like, that's why I like bounties and challenges and stuff like that, because they get you to try stuff. And you can discover your favorite thing that way, as long as you don't just let them take over and stop you from doing your favorite thing when there isn't a challenge for it. Oh, Jedi Cytric says an example of this is grades in school and their relationship to learning. That's a really good point. Yeah, because, like, I know that my kids, each of them, in the areas that they're fascinated by, they love to learn. But when it becomes a question of, well, you have to get a good grade in this class, even though you don't like 75% of the work, they can't just sort of blow it off. They really have to focus on it, and then they start hating school. And then even the things that they actually would have become really into, they also enjoy that less, because needing to strive for those rewards has killed their love of it. You know, like, I think there's a lot of people who think they hate reading or think they hate math because what they really hate is reading homework and math homework. And they don't realize that actually if they were doing it for its own sake, they would have a great time. So, yeah. I love these characters who are just walking around. Okay, so the AI, when you get close to the AI, they stop and face you so that it's easier for you to talk to them. But if you just stand your player character in the middle of the base, people will just start gathering around you like you're putting on a show. Because they'll come up to you, they'll be like, oh, the player's here. They might want to talk to me. I'm going to stand here and face them. And then everyone does that, and they never go anywhere unless something comes up to make them dodge out of the way like you saw. So Jedi Cytric says, is it me or does the game just look significantly more beautiful lately? Like, it's more beautiful than I remember, and that's kind of hard. Well, thank you for saying that. There actually was recently a relighting of the game. All of the levels, I don't remember which update it was, but one of our updates, we had some folks go through and relight all of the levels. And so all of them, they're you know, each time of day, their lighting's a little different. Like here in Providence Ridge, the night is kind of green, and it's brighter than it was, and it's also foggier. So you can sort of see that, like, instead of it just being dark, it's a particular creepy, swampy kind of dark that feels like really kind of cool and it stands out. None of the other levels look like this, and so there's more variety, more sense of atmosphere, and yeah, I think basically just more time went into a lot of this stuff, and than we even had originally to devote to it. And so yeah, it really does show. Thank you for noticing, Jedi Cytrix. I think that, you know, the artists would be pleased that you picked up on that. Okay, so what I want to do is switch communities so that I can more easily grab some of these bounties. So I think we're going to wrap up this episode, but we'll keep playing in another community. So here's a subscribe button to my channel if you're watching later on YouTube. The next Commune video I'm going to stick here, but I think I'll put the next Salt of the Earth video here so you can see me go after those bounties.